Sean, Sean. You're no good to me dead. Now you do a Boba Fett quote.
No.
Okay, I'm sure we said that at some point. Yeah, so there's a trailer for the Book of Boba Fett. It's only a minute long. But I thought we would react to it because it's carrying on from The Mandalorian.
Yes.
The Mandalorian's only having one more series.
It's depressing.
I know.
That's
So
depressing.
I thought we would react to this and see what we can spot.
Sounds like a plan.
And that's it. That's the intro. I'm trying to think of other Boba Fett quotes. Never mind. Let's watch the. Let's react. Oh.
Lovely.
Cool.
I am not a bounty hunter.
Oh, it still
I've
looks
heard
cool.
otherwise.
Still looks cool.
Oh.
I know that you sit on the throne of your former employer.
Jabba ruled with fear. I intend to rule with respect.
Cool.
God.
Cool.
God.
It's cool.
You were all once captains under Jabba the Hutt.
I'm here to make a proposal that's mutually beneficial.
I never realised
God,
Jabba's palace looked so
so
pretty.
good.
When cooperation can make us all rich.
There it is. There's Slave One.
Prevents us all from killing you and taking what we want.
The fact he's awesome.
If you had spoken such insolence to Jabba, he'd have fed you to his menagerie.
Please. Speak freely.
Oh,
God, that's a cool looking logo.
actually looks quite a bit like the Bad Batch logo. The sort of
Like rusted.
yeah.
But it's a suit, isn't it?
Does look similar to the Bad Batch logo though. Yeah, looks good, doesn't it?
December 29th, not even that far away.
No.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of series we're gonna have to watch. Hawkeye comes out in a few
No.
weeks, and this.
I am curious as to what, like, they're going for. I know obviously he's taken over, like, Jabba's.
Yeah. So
Empire
there's a
thing,
few
yeah,
characters that have been rumoured. One of them's Cad Bane.
Oh my god.
There's been a
Oh my god.
There's been a few mentions of flashbacks to Jango Fett. Maybe some clone interactions.
See, that's what I want. I know, like, because I have finished watching the Clone Wars,
Oh, good.
and I want Clone Wars. I want live action Clone Wars. The animated series is really good, but I want live action Clone Wars,
There was a thing I saw. A thing
or at
where-
least flashbacks to like
Yeah.
that point in time.
There was a thing that I saw. Was like, which one would you rather? Would you rather an animated Revenge of the Sith, or a live action Siege of Mandalore?
Oh my god, live action Siege of Mandalore, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
Just
just
give us both. I just want both. I don't care.
it's just cool, and I feel like so far they haven't, like, clones haven't been done justice compared to the series.
Not in the series.
They have in the series, but in live action, they
Yeah.
were kind of just there. They didn't really, like, have
Yeah.
that big a role, but
Cad Bane would be cool if he was in it as well.
God, imagine. I mean, our reaction when Cad Bane came in Bad Batch. Never mind if he came in this.
Because that dent in his mask in Bob's mask is from Cad Bane. So they had a standoff.
Did they? Oh, you told us that.
It's a deleted scene that was supposed to be in Clone Wars. They have like a standoff, and he shoots him. They both sort of shoot each other, and Bobby gets up. Cad Bane doesn't. Although he obviously survives because he was in Bad Batch. It does look cool. Like, I like how it's. There's the dent. I like how it's not technically presenting him as a good guy, but he is essentially the good guy of the series, isn't he? He's not going to roll through fear. He'll roll through respect.
Well, I mean, he's just. I don't know.
Tatooine. Tatooine never looked so pretty. That looks like the Razor Crest. It isn't the Razor Crest because the Razor Crest got blown up, but it looks like it.
I just don't. I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna do. What it's gonna be about. Other than the obvious, him taking over from Jabba. I don't know.
Rancor faces. That's cool. Gamorrean guards. More Gamorrean guards. I'm glad Fennick's in it again. It looks good as well, doesn't he?
I intend to rule with respect.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say about it, really. I think it looks good. It'll be good for Boba Fett to finally not just be a cool character just to people who've read the extended universe.
Yeah.
I know obviously The Mandalorian did quite a good job. But he only really had that one episode where he kind of got his gear back.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of it, he was just kind of like, he was there for moral support, wasn't he?
He didn't really, in the movies, didn't really talk. I don't think he, not in
no,
the prequels he talked.
He said he's no good to be dead. He said that.
Yeah, okay, sorry, he had like a few lines.
Mm.
But other than that, he just was kind of a background character, wasn't he?
There wasn't many people who knew that he survived the Sarlacc pit.
I didn't know until you told us.
Yeah, he survives it. Because it takes 3,000 years for you to be digested by the Sarlacc pit, and Boba was having absolutely none of it.
Jeez.
He was like, I am not being digested by the giant sand anus.
For 3,000 years.
I refuse. Yeah, it looks pretty. I'm glad it looks pretty. Even Jabba's palace, which I didn't think looked all that impressive, looks quite pretty now. The only thing is that I sometimes get a bit miffed off with is that for some reason Disney seems adamant that the only kinds of planets that exist are either snow planets, sand planets, or forest planets. That's it. That's where all of the films take place, and series, most of them. Like, there's so many planets in the Star Wars galaxy that you could write your own little story in.
I know.
There's quite a famous movie director, I can't remember which one it was, who came out and said he would absolutely love to write a horror film for Star Wars. Because it would be so interesting, it would be so different to anything else. And I'm down.
I mean, at this point, anything is better than... It can't be much worse than the sequels. So, go for it.
Agreed.
Go for some originality, why not?
Do you think there's going to be a romance between Boba and Fennick, or do you think it's purely
no.
professional?
I think it's going to be like a... They have like a mutual understanding. We're probably going to find out a bit more about Fennick and her life.
Yeah, because she was in Bad Batch, wasn't she?
She was in Bad Batch, yeah.
Was that the last Star Wars thing? Wasn't it?
Bad Batch, yeah. Pretty sure it
It
was.
feels like I haven't seen anything Star Wars related for ages. The other thing that I've, just so everyone's aware of what this is, right? Before Solo got made, the original plan was to have a trilogy.
Yeah.
And it was going to be Solo, Boba, Obi-Wan. And it was basically going to follow Darth Maul. and be centered around Jabba's job, like that he sets up that gets Han in all the debt. But obviously, because the dipsticks of the world decided that they were going to boycott Solo.
Because a 70-year-old man wasn't going to be playing the 20-year-old version of himself.
Yeah, they sort of vetoed it for a while and said, no, we're not going to do that anymore. But obviously, the entire Star Wars fan base went, please, for the love of God, give us more Ewan McGregor. We want Obi-Wan. And then they did Boba Fett in The Mandalorian. Everyone lost their minds because it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then they kind of went, right, okay, well, we're not giving them films, we'll give them series instead.
Which I'm not upset about, per se. It is crap that that a bunch of plebs just decided to change the plans. But at least we're getting it. At least we're getting Boba Fett.
And Ewan McGregor.
And Ewan McGregor. And Darth Maul.
So one of the other things that people were convinced is going to happen in this series is that Han Solo's going to show up. But doesn't technically make sense because Solo was set before A New Hope. This is set way after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, he would be older here, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
A lot older.
Which is a shame because I would like to see Aiden Ehrenreich back as Han Solo. Because shut up and come at me, he was a brilliant Han Solo.
He was, yeah.
And Solo is one of the most underrated Star Wars films that there is because it's brilliant.
I mean, he could show up in something else if they did something else that was set for A New Hope, but chances are he's probably not going to show up again.
It's a shame. It's a crying shame. Oh well, we're getting Ewan McGregor.
And we're getting Aiden Christensen back as
Darth Vader, yeah,
Darth
that's right.
Vader for Ahsoka. So it's just, it feels like
For
the
Obi-Wan.
world is aligning.
For Obi-Wan.
For Ahsoka?
You're not doing both?
Her series? Well, he's been announced for her series. I don't know if he was...
Well, he was first announced for Obi-Wan. He was going to be in the Obi-Wan series.
Was he?
So if he's going to be in Ahsoka as well, I'm fine with more Hayden Christensen.
The universe is aligning perfectly.
Yeah, I mean,
just give... Yeah.
I don't care. As long as he's back in some capacity and not out farming somewhere, I don't care. Forget about your farming life. Come back and play Darth Vader again. Prod him with a stick and say a line.
And not just his voice in a movie, like actually be in it.
Yeah, be in it because for goodness sake, Hayden Christensen, we love you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Forget what everyone else said. I loved Hayden Christensen as Anakin. I thought he was awesome. Not in the second one, in the third one.
Yeah.
Not so much in the
it's not necessarily him. It was more so
him and Natalie Portman.
Him and Natalie Portman didn't have any chemistry, and George Lucas doesn't really know how to write romantic.
So basically,
lines.
He was good in all of the parts in Attack of the Clones that didn't also include Padme, which is like most of the movie. Everything else was good.
When he was fighting and he was like being like the kind of character, he was like depressing and
Yeah.
Then he was
But
good.
he was brilliant in Revenge of the Sith though, because he didn't have to spend that much time with Padme. He was out being, killing younglings and whatnot.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Sure.
That was us reacting to the trailer or the Book of Boba Fett. Let us know what you think down in the comments. What do you think it'll be about? Who do you think would be some characters that might show up? What else can they tell us? Tell us how great Hayden Christensen is, because he's great. Then like the video, subscribe, ding the bell to be notified when we upload. We upload every day. Anything else you want to say?
I was just thinking, what if we see like Pedro Pascal's in this? I don't know why I say his name like that. Pedro Pascal in this, or like Grogu or someone. That'd be cute. I'd like.
Well,
that.
they're not going to see Grogu, are they?
You don't know. We could see Luke.
He's off becoming a Jedi.
We could see Luke.
He's not going to go back to Tatooine. Why would he go back to Tatooine?
Why not?
To bullseye some Womprats with his T-16. I hope I said that phrase right. I think I did.
Yeah. I'm trying wishful thinking, Sean.
Do you know what really?
There's only one more season of The Mandalorian left.
Do you know what really upset me the other day? Someone put on and goes, it was like one of those things where it's two faces. First face was like a get happy one, and it was excited because we're getting Obi-Wan, and then there was like an upset face, and it's like angry because it might be the last time we see Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. It's really sad.
I just want them to do like something where he can be in it. Live action Clone Wars.
But they can't live action the entire Clone Wars, can they?
You don't know that.
What would be the point?
Would get Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi. More.
Do you know
Wishful thinking, Sean. Let me have this.
the guy who voiced Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars has got his own YouTube channel, and he got the woman who voiced Satine on his channel, and they read Romeo and Juliet together. Yeah. Sad. Thank you for watching.
I need to know.